Hello, this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. This video is for Rick in Virginia, and here we have a 99 Mercedes SL500 pump for door locking system. Now 99 R129, this is the later model. The pipes are different from earlier ones, and obviously connectors are also different than the early pumps. This is the later one. So the motor, that's the motor, so I replaced it because it had some problems inside, even though it was spinning, but it was not very happy. And I also repaired some leaks inside the pump. Okay, so there was a problem there as well. That was probably the reason why the motor actually failed. Okay, now what I want to show here is the activation of the pump first off, and the pressure and vacuum. Now, specifications call for over 450 millibars, equal or more to 450 millibars of vacuum. Same for pressure. So the gauge is upside down. This is vacuum. This is to lock doors. This is pressure. This is to unlock doors. Okay. So the gauge is not super accurate, but this pressure over here is just beyond that what we need. It hits sometimes up to like 0.8, almost double, which is great. The sequence of activation will be as following. These three are the doors and fuel filler cap, the cover on the fuel filler cap. And this one is the trunk lock. All right, so the pump first activates these three and then activates the trunk last. Now this is the interior compartments, locking output and unlocking output. This one closes, opens and closes your, locks and unlocks rather, your pockets, indoors, and rear compartments, and cell phone cover on the dash, or the center console rather, on the dash kind of area. So this one is the inside of the vehicle, locking and unlocking. And this one is the trunk popper. That's the remote trunk release. This pops the trunk. So well, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, everything works. I mean, everything is good. So right, Rick, so we're going to activate these, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to gradually close the pipe to duplicate how pods themselves, the actuators, fill with air or vacuum is created in them. So let's just see what's going to happen here. Which one? Let me see. So this was locking. See, the gauge hits about 0.6, which is above the spec. So we just lock the car, the exterior of the car. See, gauge jumps real quick, but it hits about 0.7 bar, so which is like 700 millibars. So it's pretty strong. Now we're going to lock and unlock our interior compartment. So as you can see, I didn't do gradual. I mean, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. My hands are in the way. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's try it this way. Put the gauge right over here, and I put my hands away from the gauge. I mean, I don't know if you can see. I'm sorry for this video like this, but I just want to show the operation, so it's not really for me instructional video by any means. This is just to show it works before I mail it back. So this one hit 0.5 with gradually closing it, which is fine. This also hits about 0.5, so we're fine in this department. Now let's lock the car now. So now the car is locked, and then I'm going to activate the trunk release. What's going to happen is first it's going to unlock it, and then it's going to pop it, and then it's going to lock it back, because we don't have a second set of micro switches, so it doesn't matter really at this point. That was unlocking. The trunk was popped and it went back to lock itself. So everything works as it should. I have no problems with it. One more time. Let me see which one I'm gonna can see. Unlock, popped, back in its original location, and released a vacuum. So everything is working just as it should. I do not have the actual alarm module with it, so I cannot test the remote control key, but so far so good. I don't think there's any issues. The pump was very clean internally. Last thing I want to show is the power consumption, because that is sort of important if there's any problems with the motor. So let me show you the amps that the pump consumes. Alright, so that is just for fuse problem purposes. Okay, so here now we have, actually it's not super accurate, let me try to get it even closer. So right now consumption is near zero. Let me just lock and unlock it. Actually, let me just do it in a slow mode. Number 10 is 10 amps. So basically the fuse is 10 amps. So it should not reach 10. If it reaches over 10, then fuse is gonna blow. So our consumption was, I believe, 7 to 8 amps. That's at max. If I go slow mode, it's about 7 amps. So we're actually in pretty good shape. It's actually consuming, a little less than specification calls, so we're good. Now again, as long as we don't hit 10, we're good to go. And as you can see, this pump works just fine, so I don't really have a problem with it anymore, and everything is in order. So I'll put this back, and I guess I'll wrap this up. Consumption is good, all the pods work, there is no more leaks. Activation, deactivation is quick. Pressure vacuum even above specification, which is also great. And I think it will be all fine now. Okay, so I guess we'll wrap this up. This pump is repaired, and this is all. Alright, so this was Victor at RestoreMercedes.com, and thank you for watching.